Hello, my name is Pumpkin and welcome to my video where we turn Genshin Impact characters into chibi figures, and today we're gonna make Kirara. She's one of my favorite cat characters because so cute when she turns into a box and just when she crawls around. Meow. But enough of me rambling. I already made the head and the body, so I cheated a little, I'm sorry. I start by taking the body and a small ball of clay. You can use your fingers to smooth it out, but I like to use my silicone tool because it's easier to get the small spots. Then I will take my knife to cut out the small paws. To make it look better, we smash them a little so they get more round. We can already see it's gonna make a huge difference. We do the same on the other leg, and then they're gonna look perfect and cute, small catty paws. Now to the leg warmers. I start by cutting a square. So I'm gonna press the square onto the leg and take my dotting tool to smash the bottom and the top. It was looking good as I kept going, and I was getting really excited to see how she was gonna turn out. That was it, and the leg warmers are ready. On to the clothes, which was so hard to make, but I start with the skirt. After I cut out the piece I needed for the skirt, I shaped it to fit the body. I make the belt a fun way by cutting out a piece of clay and then smooshing the clay onto the body so I could cut it out to the belt. I tried to remove the excess clay with my knife, but afterwards I have to adjust the belt a little so it would look a little better when it was finished. When I started with the bag, I had a hard time seeing under her hair, so a friend showed me a website called Game Fashion Archive, which helped a lot. Here I could see under the hair, plus it was divided so I can see the detail more easily. Definitely gonna use this page when I'm doing my figures from now on. Now that I could see, I built the shirt and cut out some clay. Snake time, which I cut out farms. I'm going after how she looks in her art pose because it's too cute not to make. Right after I show it, I broke it. I'm so happy it exists. Now I just have to be careful when I made the sleeve, so I tried taking some clay and shaping it to look like a sheep. Sleeves. Meow. It went well because the arm stayed on, but something else broke, so I kept the glue close to me now. Despite everything, I'm quite happy how it looks like because the pose is so fantastic. Back to the back. We are built up by cutting the shapes I can see on the picture. I made a hole to the tail by using a knife. I made the tail with stole wire, which I twisted around itself to close it. I could see the hole was not that deep, so I took a stick to make the hole deeper, which was not the greatest idea. It could have ruined the whole figure, but I found my screw stick, which was much better for the job. That the hole was perfect, I moved on to the tail, which I wanted to be heart shaped, so I cut it in half and then I bended it with a tool. When it was done, I put some clay on it by making a snake and squeezing it on. It was not easy because I keep flattening it, but I got it at last. The tail was quite cute with the heart shape. I could not wait to put it on her. I nearly forgot one last thing on the back before I could move on to the head. Once everything was done and baked, I did the hair. I didn't want it to get in the way of the tail, so I have to make it flat. It makes it easier to cut and style it, and all I did was divide her hair into 3 parts and then straighten it out. Once both sides were finished, I made a hole in the head for the ponytail, because I wanted to make sure it stayed on, so I also used steel wire. It's much easier when you use the right tool and not as scary. I cut off the length I think I need. I make sure I have the shape of the ponytail before I put it on, because it was the easiest way I found. That way I could just slide it right on without doing much work. There we have a cute ponytail, and now we can move on to the headpiece. I started by making a triangle and shaping to look like a cat ear, and use a dotting tool to make space in the ear for a small circle of clay. That's what I did with the other ear, so we have a pair. I put the eyes on before I did the side hair, so it was easier to see where it will fit in. I did the one side, but I'm gonna show how I did it on the other side. I took a piece I had cut out and then put it on the side of the hair, and then cut out where I wanted the other piece to be. I made a parting to separate the hair. There needs to be more hair on the side around the eyes, so I took a piece of clay and cut the extra clay off. I did that to the other side too, and then smoothed it all out. Now time for bangs. I divided the bangs into 3 parts, where I did the sides first, by cutting and smoothing it out, and then baked it all so everything will hold its shapes. Now we only need to make the middle part, so we're gonna cut and then smoothen out and make the small strings on the side of the hair, and then we're done. Now it's time for glamour shots. Meow.